The millionaire's son was mute, until he drank a mysterious liquid and the impossible happened. Rain lashes against glass walls. A young man sits alone at a long boardroom table, silent, trembling. Across from him, executives laugh. A crystal glass shatters in slow motion, red liquid spilling over white documents. His father watches unmoved. The clock ticks louder than the storm. Ethan never spoke a word since birth. For years, people mistook his silence for weakness, but behind that stillness lived a storm of thoughts, aching to be heard. The board dismissed him as the mute heir, a name whispered with pity. While others mocked, Ethan quietly studied the company files. Hundreds of pages no one cared to read. He noticed patterns, mistakes, theft buried in reports. The CFO smirked at him. "Stick to watching, kid." Ethan just nodded, his eyes steadied at a company gala. Ethan stood by the buffet, alone, unnoticed. A waiter offered him a drink, a deep amber liquid labeled experimental wellness blend. Moments later, his throat burned, and suddenly, words escaped. Hoarse, trembling, but real. The room froze. For the first time, Ethan spoke. "Check the offshore accounts." Panic rippled through the boardroom the next morning. Ethan projected spreadsheets, each marked with coded theft trails the CFO thought were invisible. "I couldn't speak," he said quietly, "but I could see." His father's glass slipped from his hand. For the first time, the room listened. The same voices that once mocked him now leaned forward, silent, humbled. The CFO's grin vanished. Even the CEO, usually cold, looked shaken. "You found this?" Ethan nodded. "All of it." The whispers turned to respect. Applause came slow, sincere. Only then did his father speak, voice trembling. "He's my son, and the mind behind our risk system." Gasps filled the air. Ethan had built the company's most secure program at 16, under an alias his own father never knew. The CFO sank into his chair, eyes wide, sweat tracing down his temple. No words, just regret. Papers fluttered as security stepped forward. His empire of deceit collapsed in silence, just like Ethan's years of pain. Weeks later, Ethan walked through the now honest office. On his desk sat the same glass he once spilled, this time filled with water, clear and still. He smiled, placed it down, and began typing. His voice no longer